it's going to continue. It's going to get the same place where DC1 has left it off. So I already have a virtual machine now. Didn't have to connect it or installed. Okay, before I actually start it, I'm going to switch it off and add that disk that we just created. So go to settings of this virtual machine, go to IDE controller 0, say add. I can say new, or I can just browse. This is going to be London DC2. Open, and we already connected this hard disk. We can inspect it, this hard disk, to make sure that everything is working fine. It says the type is differencing virtual hard disk. We can inspect the parent to see that's the parent, location of the parent. So it's saying the parent is fine. Close that, and okay, let's start it again. Connect it. As you can see, the virtual machine is already starting. Didn't have to do the installation, and I can create as many as I want this differencing disk coming from that baseline. So I'm going to put it here on Paint, what I'm actually talking about. So we will have one baseline disk. Say this is our baseline disk, and here I'll install it, for example, 2012 or 2, and then I don't know, baseline. And then I can create other disk coming from this disk, and this is the baseline. There will be like a child disks. This disk will, if I install another disk here, it will have to it will use the files that were created on this baseline, and it will just continue. Whatever you do changes here, they will not take effect if you on this baseline, but it will be taking effect only to what have you changed here. So for example, if we do an update here, so say update 10 for something, i.e. Internet Explorer. Now this disk here, the second disk, will have an Internet Explorer update 10. So here, for example, you can do update 11, i.e. But on the baseline, if you get another disk, it will have update 10 up here from this disk. So here will be update 10. So this disk, whatever you do, the baseline will not change. So you can go and delete these disks whatsoever, delete this for example, and then the baseline will stay the same. So we can start again, get another disk, and again it will be update 10. On this baseline disk that we do is not, we can't make any changes. Okay, so I'm going to choose a resolution. That's the resolution I'm going to use for this virtual machine. As you can see, we already have a virtual machine created for us. We didn't have to install it or anything, so that's exactly the same as London DC1. Okay, that was a differencing disk, parent and child disks. So if we move on, we did create a differencing disk on this demonstration. Virtual machine snapshots. Virtual machine snapshots are file-based snapshots of the state, disk data, and configuration of the virtual machine at a specific point of time. Way to revert a virtual machine to previous state at will. Consideration about snapshots. Taking a snapshot reduces the performance of the virtual machine while the snapshot is being created. Microsoft do not recommend using snapshot on the virtual machine that are configured with fixed virtual hard disk because they reduce the performance. And snapshots require adequate storage space. So snapshots are stored as AVHDs, files at the same locations as virtual hard disk. This space is important to look at it. We can take as many snapshots as we want, but as long as we have enough storage. So for example, say then make changes here for say that what we have here, let's look at the IP address that we have here. So click start, then go to control panel, network and internet, network and sharing, change adapter settings, and we can just change the IP address, IP version 4. So say I'm just going to create it quickly, 10.1.1.1 with a /8. Okay, that's my settings, so we can check it. Now I'm happy with all these settings I've done so far, and I'm going to take a snapshot. So if I go to Hyper-V Manager, as it's running now, I can just right click and take a snapshot. So it's called checkpoints these days. So I'll click on the checkpoint. Now while he's taking these snapshots, that's why he said the performance is going to be reduced. That's okay, we don't mind that much. Okay, so the snapshot is done. So if I go to connect to the machine again, so connect to this virtual machine. If I go back to the control panel and network and internet, network and sharing, I want to change adapter settings, go to properties, TCP/IP4. These are the settings that we did. Now we're gonna change it to something 200, 100, 101, 255, 255, 255. So we make some changes on the settings. Could be we did one change, but it could be like thousands of changes. It could be days going past and so on. And then now we want to go back to how it was when we had 10. So the best way to do it is go to the Hyper-V Manager and right click on the virtual machine. Well, no, in the checkpoints here. It's now the state, but this checkpoint, so I can right click here and say apply. Gonna get an option saying do you want to create another checkpoint, take another snapshot and apply, or just apply? I just want to apply. I don't want to take another snapshot. Well, let's take another snapshot. So take a snapshot. Okay, again it's taking performance. Here we go. That's 2 snapshots. So here I can make changes here on this snapshot. I can just say IP 200, 100, 101, and on this snapshot the IP address is 10.1.1.1, I think. Okay, so those are the 2 snapshots. On the snapshots you do have to like name them so they make good sense, like before promoting to domain controller, after promoting to domain controller, and so on. So if I click on here, apply here. So if I go to the virtual machine and right click, connect to this virtual machine, at the moment is restoring. Let's put it on the snapshot. Okay, I will log on and see the network IP address. So go to network and internet, network and sharing, Ethernet 2, go to properties. As you can see, now it's back to what it was, 10.1.1.1. Okay, if I want to go back to 200, I can just right click here and say apply, connect to that virtual machine. It's restoring, it's adding the settings on that snapshot. So after I log on, I will go to the virtual machine and find out the IP address. I can just type ncpa.cpl shortcut to get to the adapter. Okay, on the Ethernet 2, I can right click and select properties, then TCP/IP4. Yeah, you can see it's back to 200, 100, 100. Okay, so now I've got 2 great snapshots. Well, not very useful, but just for explanation. One of them is 10.1.1.1, the other one is 200, 100, 100.1. So when I need to 10.1.1.1, I can just apply this snapshot. When I need these settings, I can apply this snapshots. This is great. It could be here, for example, could be DNS installed. Maybe then later you can have another one that says DNS deleted, and so on. So now it's easy. You can see how great this is to move around between installed something, deleted something. As you make changes, you take snapshots. Okay, now we move on. I'll show you a demonstration how to create a snapshot or checkpoints. What is storage area network, or SAN? A storage area network is a high-speed network of storage devices. It provides block-level storage that can be accessed by an application running on any network servers. SAN storage devices can include RAID hardware. 2012 Hyper-V now supports the creation of virtual fiber channel adapter that enables a virtual channel adapter that enables virtual machine to access a physical fiber channel adapter installed in the computer that is connected to the SAN. So benefits of using SAN. So here, for example, we have a switch and 3 servers, and storage area network. Here we have it on the side with lots of hard disks. Benefits: availability. So all these servers, they're not gonna, for example, if this is a database, it's always going to be available for these servers. Disk utilization. Then we have a management benefits, and connectivity is another benefit. And improved disaster recovery. So on this lesson, we talked about virtual machine storage, type of virtual hard disks, virtual hard disks format, virtual hard disks, creating a new virtual hard disk, then demonstration creating differencing disks, virtual machine snapshots. We talked about consideration about virtual machine snapshots, demonstration creating a snapshot or checkpoint, and then briefly we mentioned the storage area networks and benefits of SAN. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I will see you in the next videos. Bye.